Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Uncle P with another Throwback Thursday live stream. Yeah, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are good. Um, I'm hearing an echo. I don't know if you guys can hear me clearly. Please, guys, let me know if you guys can hear me clearly. Yeah, guys, today we have a very interesting show. Just give me a shout out on the comment section. Yo, Uncle P, we here. We see you. And we're gonna get to the show. We're gonna be going live on TikTok too. Guys, in order to comment, you need to be subscribed to the channel. I've got a very interesting show for everybody tonight. I've got a pretty nice setup, and you will be able to call into the show on this live stream. You got Mazwesh. The audio is a bit offish. Oh my god. Are you serious right now? Okay, hold on. You know, we had tested this audio several times, so we shouldn't be having any issues. Um, we're just gonna wait for a few people to log in. Guys, just let me know what you got. The audio is a bit offish. Shouldn't be offish. It shouldn't be. Good evening, Retendo. Good evening, Lera. How are you doing? I just wanna hear the extra stream so I can hear what you guys are hearing. I just wanna hear the extra stream so I can hear what you guys are hearing. It sounds pretty okay on my side, guys. It sounds pretty okay on my side, guys. I hope everybody's hearing it good. All right, guys. So on today's show, we have a lot to discuss. Some of you wanted me to talk about Operation Ubuntu. That's the video that I recently posted, and that's what I wanted to start the show today. Operation Ubuntu. I feel like everybody is so brave lately, and it's not very clear. It's muffled. Oh my goodness. Mm, testing. Okay. Let me know, guys. Please just give me a heads up if you're getting any better sound. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to literally restart the stream. It never gets any easier. It sounds muffled. Okay, so while we wait for everybody to join us, I wanted to share this video with us. In a second, guys. How's everybody handling this weather? OMG. 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 OMG.
OMG. I just wanted to understand what made you want to understand operation across 3 cities across the country, and how did you find the reorganization process to go?
Greetings. We are the voices against evictions. Firstly, we are touched by the newly proposed amendment to the PI Act. That's one thing that we are also raising today. And the ongoing xenophobic attacks across these 3 major cities, which is Western Cape, KZN, and Gauteng.
Okay, just a quick one. Are you guys able to hear me clearly now? Because I just realized I might have been replaying a sound in the back, and that's the reason why you guys could not hear me. Oh, guys, Uncle P is going to confess something tonight. I hope you guys are ready for it. Okay, so let me go back and play you guys this video.
Province, that's where we are targeting to have this pushback against this vigilantism and attacks against the vulnerable groups.
So we were speaking to the police earlier on, and they said that their action during this period of time has been very hands-on. They're saying that they have made arrests against those who are acting out as vigilantes. Do you have anything to say about that?
We are not quite sure, but because we are seeing this much happening, more especially targeting the areas like your Uval and the inner city of Joburg, chasing people out of their buildings, chasing people out of their homes. We've seen the numbers increasing, over 160,000 being forcefully removed out of the country with what they justify as voluntary repatriation, which is not. So the police have spent over 600 million that we're told with containing this xenophobic violence. But up to today, the police are not hands-on, are not assisting, but are just escorting the vigilantism wherever they are going and doing this harassment and damages that they are causing.
Now, I want to look at the...
Guys, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think, okay, these guys are doing this out of the kindness of their hearts, out of the goodness of their heart, or because they really think what South Africans are doing are wrong? Do you think these guys are fighting the way they are fighting because they really care about foreigners and nobody is in their pockets? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Do you think that these guys, nobody paid them, nobody motivated them, nobody inspired them to do what they are doing? When we done the first xenophobic attack, where were they on the first xenophobic attack? Can anybody answer that for me? Where were they? Because I can assure you, this is the first time I'm hearing about these people. I even thought that these people were listening to my my podcast, and this is the reason why, they ended up, using the name Ubuntu, because we keep telling people that Ubuntu is on vacation. Guys, we're about to go live on TikTok shortly. I'm just setting up for TikTok. I wasn't planning on going live on TikTok, but now we're gonna do it. There is no country in this world that is governed through soft talk. Definitely. You can't soft talk criminals. Imagine having people break in your house and you smile and say kindly please. You know what, my guys? Let me ask us, because South Africa has this law, okay, when it comes to house breaking or criminals breaking into your house. that you cannot even analyze the criminal, you cannot shoot the criminal. Because if you do, it may be used as seen as excessive force. Excessive force. Somebody breaks into your house, you try to defend your family, and you the one who gets into trouble. Imagine that. Yes, guys, we are also live on TikTok right now. We've got a lot of things happening on this desk, and I hope everything plays out the same way. Mazwesh says, Ngibonangi what Nati Sizosha Abantu Manje, because we have been kind so far, and people come to South Africa knowing they have more rights than they will ever have in their countries if they are illegal. That is very true. I'm beginning to think the reason why people enter countries illegally because they're beginning to realize that a lot of countries have laws that protect illegal immigrants. That's literally what I'm beginning to realize is happening. Because every research I've done, like where people want to go into Canada and so forth, you always find, you always find that they want to use the illegal route, never the original route. There's no country in the world that is governed through, yeah, there's definitely, guys, listen, there's no country in the world that is governed through soft talk. You know, you have to be tough on people. So one thing that I want to say that I realize that a lot of people are not realizing, guys, if South Africa is very xenophobic, you know, why is this what is happening currently? Because literally, I saw this heading earlier today where more foreigners are entering South Africa than ever. Like literally, there's more immigration entering into South Africa. Like, isn't this a xenophobic nation? What's happening? Did they forget that you guys, oh, you guys, you are no longer xenophobic? You changed your mind. I'm just trying to find. As I says, your house is the last resort. Where else can you run to be safe? We need to petition and stand your ground law. Here in South Africa can be promoting such nonsense. Imagine can't shoot a thief. So you know what my thing is? My thing is not even just about not being able to shoot a thief. My thing is, even if you don't shoot the thief, okay? My thing is the person is illegal in the country while doing whatever it is that they are doing, and they have rights that will defend them, so they're innocent until proven guilty, even though the person was caught in your house. Somebody make that make sense. Someone make that make sense. How is it that a person has rights? One, first of all, the person is illegal. Forget about the fact that they broke into your house. Good evening, Uncle P. Mahaulubane. Kunjane. How are you doing? You guys are running late today. When I start at 9 p.m., you guys are like, Uncle P, it's so late. We got work tomorrow. You guys know we've got Throwback Thursday. And I've got the setup that I wanted us to have finally going very well. And we're going to be having callers coming in. So, guys, remember the WhatsApp call number. So, if you want to come into the stream, I will be calling the viewers because you guys wanted to be part of the show. So I'm gonna text the first person, and then obviously you continue with the live stream. I know you guys love that song of mine. I know you guys love it when I'm singing. I'm trying to find okay, here we go. Yes, Mr. Doomy. We're gonna try and get hold of Mr. Doomy and see if sound is too low, Uncle P. Are you serious right now? Is our sound too low, guys? Let me know. Is our sound too low? Um, Should I remove this? Is our sound too low? Are we there? Are we better now, guys? Kaya says sound is too low. Uncle P. Talk to me, guys. Yes, on my check the sound system echo. I'm not sure who WhatsApp me to check the sound system echo. My sound system echo is off. Give me a second, guys. Andy says, check the sound system echo. My sound system echo is off, guys. We should be fine. I don't know why. Sound sound is slightly better now. You know this live streaming trying to no foreign has ever built someone's country whilst theirs has collapsed. Very true. There's no way you can claim you are building somebody's country while your own country is collapsing. You know what's the funny thing, guys? We did a private live stream with a couple of people. It's fine. Oh, okay, there we go. We did a live stream with a couple of people and we tested the sound, we tested the video, we tested everything. Everything was going great. I just knew when my Lipompians, you guys are letting me down. You guys are letting me down. But before we go any further, since we have Uban Losi, it is Andy. Andy, I have you here. We might as well try our first caller on the show, and you guys can tell me how well you guys can hear them. Andy. You're talking to Uncle P. I don't know. You should be able to tell me if you can hear me clearly right now. Okay, I'm not too sure. But remember, you are live right now on the show. If I'm correct, the people out there should be hearing you. Okay, no, you are live right now. We can't hear the caller. Okay, so they say they can't hear you. Give me a second. What? Why can they not hear the caller? Hold on, guys. There's a lot happening on my table. I'm trying to get off TikTok. Okay. Andy, I can actually hear you. Can you mute the live stream on the other side? I can hear it echoing in my ear. All right, guys. Just give me a second. Andy, are you there? Okay. Try to reconnect us, guys. We're gonna figure this out eventually. Guys, we're gonna figure this out eventually. Whether we like it or not, we're gonna figure this live stream out eventually. Okay, guys, we are back. We just had a bit of a glitch. Uncle P, I think they are bewitching you in their shrines with the red. Guys, I'm telling you, I am telling you, because I promise you, we literally tested this live stream. I had a couple of people come into the live stream privately and we tested it. I went live, we tested it, everything went well. And we didn't just test once, We didn't just test twice, we tested it several times, and everything was going well. And all of a sudden, when we actually live, oh gosh, what's happening? I can even see, even my phone is not functioning properly. Okay, but I can see on my phone that we are live, but something is going so wrong. My phone is not functioning properly. My phone is not even connected to the Wi-Fi. Malume, I just arrived. I was watching the scammers video from Tuesday. That boy is a clown. That boy is a clown. Since you brought up that topic, let's go to it. Um, that boy. One thing that I always say, South Africa has made foreigners so brave. Imagine that guy is holding a South African identity. He's holding a South African passport because that's what he showed. A South African passport while insulting South Africa. Holding a South African passport while calling South Africans xenophobes and so forth. Imagine. Guys, I hope the live stream is perfectly fine now. Everything seems to be okay on my side. I hope everybody's experiencing the same thing I'm experiencing, which is good quality sound and so forth.
The reason why so many South Africans are xenophobic is just because they lack education. And this is because you only need to get about a 30% average in order to pass high school in South Africa. William, but we have the best universities in Africa. True, but only 6 to 7% of the people in South Africa are getting bachelor degrees. So you're not even using them. Yeah, but we also have the highest literacy rate in Africa. And that's true. But how is the literacy rates calculated? How do they even collect the data? Isn't a large percentage of that data that they collect from surveys? Yeah, but we are more intelligent than most of these other people.
You know what's the funny thing about this guy? He literally, he literally studied in South Africa. He literally studied in South Africa long enough that he was able to obtain the South African citizenship. Yeah, and it you people are now praying. Andy, Matabela, and it you guys are now praying. That's why everything is working fine. You guys are now here. The right people, the right spirit is now here. You guys let Mazwesh alone. Mazwesh can't keep us going. You know, guys, imagine this guy studied here, and this is the things that he's saying. You know, oh, this is why I always say the problem with South Africa is too many sensors. You just can't keep your ndaba in the house. Everybody must know South Africa is best in rugby. South Africa is the best in this. South Africa won this. South Africa won that. You must learn to. Luyanda, hey, how you doing? We must take it back. Show him his video when he arrives back back in RSA or declare his passport null. Tabani says, who is the hungry man? Who is the hungry man? The minute they are hungry and broke, they make content about South Africa. Facts. Facts. The minute people realize that the things they are not doing is not working, they start making content about South Africa. Look at how it changed when he realized. Look at how it changed when he realized that he was getting a backlash. Because remember, he's not a South African and he's holding a South African identity. So he started getting a backlash, and this is what now he said. Because Angliti couldn't keep going because he kept repeating the same thing over and over and over and over.
I am sorry. Over the last couple of days, I've actually been making videos about the xenophobia in South Africa. And even though I've been showing you guys exactly why the xenophobia is happening, a couple of things happened on my last post. The biggest of which is this. I do not think we can educate these people. These people.
He does not think they can educate these people. Guys, I've never heard a South African, even in the midst of chasing foreigners, speak about foreigners like they are animals. But every time these people speak about South Africans or the xenophobes, these people. Okay. But let's listen to how this ended up for
People
him.
who are very xenophobic, I just don't think there's any amount of education that we can give them that's going to make them change their opinions. And again, this makes sense because a lot of them have went through the system where you only need a 30% in order to pass high school. That's just the facts. Not only that, you only need to take something like maths lit.
Guys, you know this 30% nonsense now that these people keep disrespecting us about, okay? Oh God. Explain the 30%. I don't think these people actually read how this 30% cost system works. I think what happened with these people is that because we made a joke out of it ourselves, they then decided, okay, let's mock them. Because guys, this is the truth and the reality about these 30% that they mock us for. Okay. That they seem to not want to talk about this specific thing. They seem to focus on something else. Okay. The 30% South Africa pass rate system is a controversial aspect of the National Senior Certificate (NSC) assessment. While the lowest possible pass mark per subject is 30, no candidate can obtain a national senior certificate if they pass all 7 subjects at this level. Instead, learners must pass at least 3 subjects at 40%. Ain't nobody talking about that. Nobody's saying that. Guys, this is live. I just pulled this out. I didn't type this. You can see that I'm on the website. You can go do the research yourself. To qualify for a bachelor's pass, which allows them to apply for a degree course at a university or universities of technology. Now, one thing that they will also not tell you, these degree courses that you can apply for, they are not like your doctorates, your engineers. These are literally like business courses. These are like your travel and tourism courses. So you don't even qualify for like important things that where you can impact people's lives. Hey, Baba, they will never tell you this. The system aims to encourage different levels of achievement and has been in place for many years. The Department of Basic Education has clarified that raising the threshold to 50% will be implemented as the system is designed to accommodate various levels of achievement. But no, all they're gonna do is talk about the 30%, 30%, and start making noise about 30%. You know, guys, the reality is this, man. South Africa. While they talk about your 30% education, why don't they tell us about their education? What is the pass rate of their education? What is the system of their education? Do they know? I bet you they don't even know their own education system. These people, when you're having debates about them, ask them about the laws of their country. Ask them to quote and act in any act in their laws. They will not be able to do it. But I can tell you about South Africa. They can tell you about South Africa. But let's listen to how his scam ends up. Because eventually he realizes that bashing South Africa over and over and over and over is not going to get anywhere.
In order for you to pass high school, which maths lit is a baby version of the normal mathematics that the rest of us in the world take. Not only that, there's many South Africans who are working abroad, making money abroad, and they don't want immigrants to do the same in South Africa. So I honestly think it's a lost cause trying to educate these people. The best we can do is make sure that the international community knows what's happening in South Africa and we can.
Who is this international community this Indus was talking about? Who is this international community? Hmm? Who is this international community? What surprises me is that they are calling us 30%ers, but they are fighting tooth and nail to attend the South African schools, even our own kids to have sports. You go, bruh, my son is going to grade one, and the process just to get him there, you know, perfect. Now my question is, how is the process so hard? So many paperwork is required for us who are documented, for South Africans, because their mother is South African, to get into the school, but then illegal foreigners are able to get into the schools. Make that shit make sense. How are illegal foreigners able to get into schools? But we have to go through this process to get our kids in. Can somebody please make that I'm trying to keep my English clean. With my lack of education, with my lack of education makes him to come running, seek help from me. Education without brain can be damaging. We are putting our education in their system without brain. I promise you, these people have no brain. It's almost like when we put our knowledge in them, it just wanders around their brain. But I still want us to find out how this scam ends.
All condemn it, then hopefully they can change. Because trying to reason with them is going to be impossible. And I have just seen it. It is crazy.
Okay, guys, hold on. Sorry, man. Sorry that I keep stopping this, man. Sorry, but wait. Hold on. Imagine this, man. This guy is Congolese, came to South Africa. I don't know for how long he lived here, but he must have lived here longer than 10 years to have obtained a South African citizenship that allowed him to get a South African passport, that allowed him to travel to the United States to go graduate in America. On his graduation day, he was holding a South African flag, proud. And today, he speaks about South Africa and South Africans in this manner. You know, as black people, as Africans, just in general, we are very cultured and respectful people. I feel like the moment we became associated with the Western way, the Western language, the Western mannerism, we started behaving like Westerners. What is this? Like the fact that he put his camera in his, like he switched on his phone, and he's like, today I'm gonna say, mm, 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 ah. This man has family. He doesn't look like he has children. These ones here, they look like they're the type that hey, let's listen to him because guys, this guy annoyed me. This guy annoyed me. Go watch the episode, guys. The episode is airing right now, on the channel. Go watch the episode. It is ridiculous. My mouse just froze. Okay, I've got another mouse. I don't know if my battery just died. They are lawyering me, my friends. They are lawyering me. I'm telling you. I don't know what's happening. They are lawyering me, but we're gonna one way we're gonna still succeed. Malipopians, please. Malipopians, just make sure you don't let me down. It's Malipopo people. You were supposed, when I advertise I'm gonna go live. You guys were supposed to already start throwing bones. You know, Kopi is going live. Start throwing the bones. Start throwing water. But you guys, you just leave Kopi hanging. It seems like South Africa and Russia are the only two countries being hated for having national pride. Yeah. South Africa and Russia, the two nations hated for being proud of their nations and fighting for it and not wanting outside influence to come in and affect them.
So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to doing what I do best, which is helping many students from around the world figure out how they can study abroad. Because I'm a believer in immigration, and I believe that the best and the brightest from around the world deserve to have quality education.
He believes the best and the brightest in the world deserve to have the best education. How are you the brightest and the best in the world in a country that is not developed? Can somebody please explain that? How are you the brightest in the world in a country that is not developed? No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you cannot find geniuses in Africa. Of course you can. Of course you can. But making it seem like as if a nation, a third world country, has more bright and intelligent people to the country that you are forcing yourself to go into. Does that even make any sense? This guy is just petty. It's vet science faculty before you enter. You take what is called the bench test, pure maths, and we all nailed it.
Then hopefully some of these best and brightest can help me in educating many of these South Africans who are xenophobic, because the world will not be destroyed by the people who are evil, but by rather the people who sit by and do nothing about it. So let's keep on going.
Imagine he quotes that, yet he's sitting and doing nothing about his own country. Imagine he just quoted that statement, but yet he's in America, not in his own country, fighting for his own country. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. Does he not know what is happening in his own country currently? Guys, or should we remind people what is currently happening in the DRC? Should we remind people what's currently happening in the DRC? Because it looks like maybe they think that the internet in South Africa is not working. Let's just remind them what is happening. Imagine this man telling us what he's telling us. But no single day did he ever speak about
the Democratic Republic.
Ebola death toll tops 2,000. Currently, people are dying of Ebola in Congo. Ebola. You can never die of Ebola in South Africa. Do we even have Ebola? Which province will Ebola enter? Which province will Ebola enter? We don't have Ebola here. An Ebola-infested nation, and you have the audacity to think you can educate South Africans. What a joke.
Of the Congo says the Ebola outbreak there has now killed more than 2,000 people. More than 4,000 cases of the disease have been confirmed in the DRC, and it's taken just 3 weeks for the death toll to double, making it the fastest growing outbreak on record. Efforts to detect and contain the disease have been hampered by...
You know, it's a funny thing. If they were in South Africa, good evening, Leslie. If they were in South Africa, they were going to have a big mouth, eh? You know how full our clinics were going to be. You know how full our clinics were going to be. But now born. They are dying like animals in their own country. Nah? The Ebola outbreak. How many of you have seen them making videos about the Ebola outbreak?
Armed conflict, poor infrastructure, and distrust of health authorities. There is no current treatment or vaccine for this strain of Ebola, but clinical trials have started in eastern Congo to try and develop one.
Guys, their priorities are mixed up. Their priorities are mixed up. There you go. You are here busy insulting South Africans, acting like as if you are more civilized than South Africans. There you go. Imagine the balls, the guts that these people have, okay? South Africa. When I tell you that when they fight for your nation, they fight because they have nothing else to do in their own country. They cannot fight for their own country. They cannot fight for their own country. Banyana versus Nigeria, our girls must win. Please don't stress me. Our girls are playing against men. This is what they are doing. In fact, this guy is there in America making noise, while his civilized brothers and sisters are doing this.
Congolese have fled war in their country, the Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC. Many have sought refuge in South Africa. Today, Congolese refugees marched to the European Union Embassy in Pretoria to ask for its intervention to stop the decades-long war in the eastern DRC.
We need the
Guys, imagine they are striking in South Africa for war that is in their country. They are striking in South Africa for problems that are in their country. Why are they not striking in their own country? Why are they not striking in their own country? What's wrong? What will happen? What will happen if they were striking in their own nation? Somebody tell me.
Motivation for this European Union to interfere to tell Kagame stop to support those M23.
We will repel the enemy out of our country and our voice will not be silenced.
Most wore red ribbons on their heads, signaling the blood of those killed in the conflict. Many were in tears, expressing their appreciation to South Africa, whose soldiers have died during the peacekeeping mission in DRC.
So deep to see this act that the South Africans do for us. God bless South Africa.
Oh, God bless South Africa because you allowed them to strike in your country. While your other brother is telling us Masifa. Okay. I don't know which one we should accept. God bless South Africa or South Africans are xenophobic. Which is which? Which is which South Africa? Are you xenophobic? Or is these people imagine the audacity to parade in our country? They say government is failing us more and more every day. You know, the fact that a foreigner can strike in another person's country is what shocks me. Is South Africa a playground for cowards? Is there a strike even registered? Bruh. Anybody can do whatever they want in South Africa. And this South Africa belongs to everybody. According to this Ubuntu march, that South Africa belongs to everybody. Why doesn't Nigeria belong to everyone? And you know what annoys me about these marches? It's these people. Look at the people that speak for these marches, and it just shows you that South Africa, this war, born.
I'm an anti-racist. My name is Megan. I'm a South African. I'm a Jew. I'm an anti-Zionist. I'm an anti-racist.
I'm a South African. I am a Jew. I'm an mamas. Don't white people have hair salons like? What is? This is an immigrant. Let nobody lie to you. This is an immigrant, and let me see here. This woman annoyed me.
I went on the Operation Ubuntu march in Cape Town yesterday, where we came together to share our belief in humanity and that all people are human and deserve love and kindness and space.
Let me ask her a question if she ever watches. I have copy. I am late. Students, you are here. We're only 47 minutes in. We still have a couple of more hours to go. Now we have South African Jews. Imagine, Taban, a whole South African Jew. I have to ask her a question. She says all people are humanity. This lady looks like she's old enough to have lived during the apartheid times. Where was the humanity, the Ubuntu during apartheid? She looks like she's old enough that her parents owned slaves. Now I ask you again, CC, Mrs. Ubuntu, where were you during apartheid? What were you doing? What were you doing? She's crying for a cleaner. Exactly. That's what they're crying for. Because you see those black people that they had marching there with them, dancing with them. It is their workers. And they had no choice. Guys, I have a friend, a Malawian friend, that works for this lady. She told me, no, she forced. Hey, you know what, now? I don't want to say things that I can't bring evidence because people will want evidence. I like to speak with facts. I hope I could call her and just let her tell you guys what happened.
And caring. And why I was so moved yesterday was not the fact that we managed to mobilize enormous amounts of numbers, but that.
Okay, anybody that saw that march, it wasn't that big. Anybody that saw that march, it was not that big. She's lying. It wasn't that big. Let me look at the size Ubuntu march capacity. I don't remember. There were not that many. It wasn't that large. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Let's compare these to the March marches. Let's see. Guys, pay attention to the people that are walking there. Can you see that they are mostly kids, young? Just pay attention. Guys, I want you to pay attention to the people. Look at it very clearly. Do they not? Most of them, they look. Just where I stopped now, this guy here, does that guy look South African? Just from looking, guys, just look at him from the way he's standing. Look at the way this guy here is dressed. The South Africans dressed like this. Guys, these people are exposing themselves. They've got a whole bunch of foreigners, illegal immigrants that are desperate to do this. To be fair, Uncle P, not all whites were in support of apartheid. Some would hide black people in their homes and make sure they give the high cost. No. Mazesh, keep in mind, we're not speaking in large. Okay, I'm just speaking about her specifically. I am definitely in agreement. Not all white people are racist or were racist. That one is a fact. I totally agree with you. I mean, come on, my baby mama is white. No, they're definitely not. They're definitely not. But this is the march. But guys, look at it. They're pulling large numbers. Okay, there's one Mulungu there. I say Mulungu. I say 200. There's another Mulungu. Guys, imagine this. You are striking a Congo. Is that a Congolese flag? Oh, what country is this? No, that's not Congo. But this is Palestine. I don't know what country that is. You are in somebody else's country, striking for your rights, the rights of illegal immigrants, carrying your nation's flag. Guys, no. This level of disrespect, you are lying. This level of disrespect. But wait. Kelly said, give me a second here. Where's Kali? Now we have South African Jews. Yeah, she's crying for her. Yeah, there is no more space in South Africa, madam. Kali said, once we throw this government of thieves, ANC and GNU out, the Pope can dance. For sure, they will leave willingly. No one will chase them. Guys, for the first time, I will tell you who I feel we should vote for. For the first time in the history of Uncle P's podcast, I will tell you who I am confident for us to support in the next election and throughout. Mazesh says, okay, no, I read that one. Luyanda, your message has been, what happened to you? Delete it yourself. Message retracted. Okay. If they really want to help illegal foreigners, go help them in their countries. Let us fix up. Bruh, like it makes sense. If you want to help illegal foreigners, why not go strike in that country? If you want to help your own country, why not overturn your own government? Like this, yo, guys, how does that not make any sense? I don't remember this woman during our struggles. If she is so active today, don't come with your divide and rule ideologies. She knows nothing. Except, where was she when fees must fall? Where were these people? Does anyone remember these people from Christmas or anything that was relevant? Where were they during Maracana? Modern day slavery is what they are advocating for. Facts. They want South Africa to be a buffet. Dude, listen, you've said it. You've said it. You've literally said it.
We were so intentioned. What beautiful, kind, awesome people.
See, what beautiful, kind, awesome people. Why don't you see? Guys, you know these people that listen, this person doesn't like black people. What beautiful, kind people. You can't even speak like they are your people. You can't even speak like you're united. You can't even speak like you're family. What beautiful, kind people. Look.
People with love, people with care, people who are passionate about the environment, people who are passionate about Africa, people who are passionate about us moving forward, people who are passionate about food, people who are passionate peacemakers, people who believe in justice and community and generosity and righteousness and access to health and access to education.
What the hell is this woman talking about? What is she talking about? Who pays for that access of health, access of community? And who pays for it? South Africans pay for it. All South Africans are saying, be legal, pay your taxes, be part of our community and society. Stop doing crime. Stop destroying our communities. What are these people not getting? Like, what is the world not getting? What is so hard about what South Africans are asking for? Yeah, no, definitely. I know when Abalungu they start marching, you know that Israel is involved. But that says what's stopping them from going to Malawi and opening those business? F it, they can exploit all they want. Tech, go to Zimbabwe and Malawi, Nigeria is waiting for you. No, exactly. What is stopping them to go and open these NGOs, NPOs, and everything else in Zimbabwe, Malawi, where the problem is? The place where the source of the problem. Why are they not going to the source of the problem? The source of the problem is not South Africa. The source of the problem is their countries. So why are they not going to the source of the problem? Thank you. That is a relevant question.
And it was really, really beautiful because it was the opposite of hate. It was the opposite of violence. It was the opposite of destruction and really and cruelty and nastiness. It was beautiful. It was
so telling the owners of the country that the fact that they want their country to be peaceful and the fact that they want people to be legal in their country is wrong. But fighting for illegal immigrants, but guys, I'm curious. If South Africa decides to leave everything to be as it is, do you remember what was happening to the country? Were the Mulungus not crying about the increase in crime, hijacking, murders? Blah. They literally became refugees and ran to America because the analyzing became too bad, and the people that were analyzing them were illegal foreigners. What are we even talking about? Kali says if they want to speak about Ubuntu, let's start from pre-1994. Please, let's start from there. Let's start the conversation from there, please. Yeah, they will tell us to forget. They will tell us you must leave the past where they'll tell us it's the past. When they massacred us, removing us forcefully from our land, of which they still keep unlawfully, even to the day. Where was Ubuntu? Where was Ubuntu? Megan Shoritz. This lady thinks she walks with Jesus just because she's a Jew. Her mind It became Satan. Yeah, guys, easy with the comments. Easy. Resistance P. These illegals fail to understand there's no one country on this earth that is developed and functioning without bloodshed fire. They don't want to sacrifice themselves like our forefathers did. That's a fact. That's a fact. A bunch of cowards, guys. I'm telling you, that is a fact. South Africans died for this country, died for their country, for their liberation. But yet today, foreigners want to come here and take credit and tell South Africans that no, we fought for you. How many foreigners died for South Africa? Maybe we need to remind them. We need to remind them how they treated us during apartheid, guys. We need to remind them. Now, should we remind them? Because it looks like they forgot. Let's remind them. Let's remind them how they treat our people. Let's remind them how they treated us like animals. Maybe we need to remind them how
if they don't win at the ballot box, the fear is that white conservatives will resort to the bullet.
What do you think will happen if the vote is yes?
The right-wing people, particularly the Afrikaans-speaking white people, have vowed to take up arms. They are prepared to fight, they're prepared to die for South Africa, but they will not be ruled by the ANC.
If we have a no vote, I think it might lead even to a revolution, because some people will start fighting. This can only cause trouble.
I'm voting yes, 17th of March, and it's a commitment, and that's what I stand for.
I think it's a bit unfair to think that about 20 million people aren't allowed to do anything in this country, aren't allowed to vote. I think that should change. That should change, definitely. That's why I'm going to vote yes.
But not all South Africans are saying yes.
There will never be peaceful domination of a black communist government over the white nation.
Yeah, perfect. You know, when I watch these videos, I'm just thinking, man, Zimbabweans are in Zimbabwe, Malawians are in Malawi, Nigerians are in Nigeria, Ghanaians are in Ghana, Cameroons in Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoirians are in Cote d'Ivoire, Angolans are in Angola, living their life, doing their thing, liberated, free to literally do whatever they want. While South Africa is going through this. And they did not take that opportunity to become great. They did not take that opportunity to better themselves. They did not take that opportunity to liberate Africa. You know the cowardness that you have to have, or be, that you literally did not fight for your country when you were already liberated. You literally waited for a country, waited for a nation like South Africa, a baby nation like South Africa, to literally liberate itself in 1994, so that when Masipa, you can run to that country and be like, hey, Baba, let me tell you how to be civilized. Hey, Baba, let me tell you how to enjoy your master. You know what, man? At that stage, you must look in the mirror and then ask yourself, who's your father? I think you people need to start asking yourself, who is your father? I think you people forgot who your fathers are. Oh, wait, you can't, because your father Japan to South Africa, they left you there in Nigeria to drink pure water alone. Guys, you can't make this shit up. This is what this lady thinks we have forgotten. This is the reality of South Africa. This is the South Africa that many of us still remember. This happened yesterday. Has she forgotten?
Do you think a black is a human? Do you?
No, he's an animal.
I would prefer.
Do you think a black is human? He says, oh no, he's an animal. Your master is a, you know what? Let me behave. Let me behave. My baby mama is a mulungu. Yo, let me behave. Yo, you can't make this shit up. Guys, you know what? These people, no, black people, I want you right now to just put your hand on your chest and say, you know what? I possess the ability to love even when hate governs the world. Because the reality is, yeah, to have forgiven people that think like this, I know it's something else.
No, he's an animal. I would prefer to be a no vote, so that we can fight. Because why think that we are afraid of them? And at the same time, I think blacks have been too lenient to them. You know, we never fought them. You know, we are humanitarians, and we don't believe in fighting. But they're the one who make us what we are today.
Would you be prepared to fight for a free South Africa?
Definitely, I am prepared to fight for the free South Africa. I will.
Do me a favor, guys, okay? If Uncle P talks shit, if Uncle P is out here just running his mouth for no reason, if Uncle P is out here saying things that are not truthful, can you please find me a video online, send me a link where any Nigerian, Congolese, even Angolian, they are claiming they will die for their country. Anybody, show me any video online where an Angolian is being interviewed like, oh, bon help my pays, oh, show me a video where Congolese like, Naya, Kuba Congo, la Kerengate, la Kupa Awa, what you can na Bunzamba Ngai, show me a Zimbabwean, Shona, yeah, guys, you see, that's where the problem becomes. I can't speak Shona, but you get it, yeah. Show me a Nigerian. The only thing Nigerians cry for is rice. Just rice. You know what? I can find you plenty of videos of them crying about rice. Rice, Baba, rice. The price of gari and rice. But they would not, at no stage, say, oh, let us fight Tinubu. Oh, guys, how the hell are you scared of a old? Tinubu looks like if you just sneeze on him, he's going to die. Hey, Tinubu, calm down, man. Just not Tinubu is gonna come after me. Oh, guys, remember I told you guys Uncle P might. No, I'm joking. You're gonna get there soon. You're gonna get there. We are 1 hour and 5 minutes into our live stream. You're definitely gonna get there. South Africa, let me remind you your history because it looks like everybody's forgetting.
Then I promise I definitely will fight for our own country.
If they don't win at the ballot box.
What do you think of the state of law and order here in Belcom?
No, it's all right. It's fine. It's just we blacks. It's not so good.
They must do it like in Cape Town, in 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. There must no blacks on the streets.
Some people say that the blacks here should be put away at 9 o'clock at night. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yes, definitely, yes.
9 o'clock or 10 o'clock?
9 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
And what time should they be let out in the morning?
Well, it all depends. I mean, you can't let them out too late because they've got to do work as well.
What do you think of the state of law and order here in Belcom?
No, it's all right. It's fine. It's just we blacks. It's not so good.
They must do it like in Cape Town.
Guys, you know what, man? I think we need to reach a stage. Guys, you know what, man? I think we need to reach a stage where we need to start having these videos, man, on our hands, where literally whenever a white person says something to you, you just pop it up and you remind them, you show them. I hope Zim is watching. They are definitely not watching. Oh, they're definitely not watching. No, Zim is not watching. They don't like the truth. This is how it is done. The only country willing to fight for their country, the rest run. South Africa is the only country that is willing to fight for their country. Yo, South Africa. South Africa is you know when you watch movies like that. This was
Africa is marking 70 years since around 20,000 women from different racial backgrounds marched to Pretoria on August.
A Zimbabwean
9th, 19...
being arrested on behalf of South Africa. Show me a Nigerian here. Go be Nigerian, guys. Show me. I want somebody to pinpoint a Nigerian in this video. Find me a Nigerian or a Zimbabwean here, or a Malawian. Find me a Pakistani here. You will not find them. Even in these modern day matches, when we are fighting for South Africa, foreigners do not march with us. When we marched for Fees Must Fall, where were the foreigners? Where were they? Anybody saw any foreigners from Fees Must Fall? But they benefited from it. Every single march that we have done, they benefited from it. Every single one of them. Now, they didn't use their independence properly. Now South Africa must share. South Africa, who is a baby independent. South Africa, who is uncivilized. South Africa, who is no mannerism. South Africa, who are animal. They must now share their nation. Make that shit make sense. The fact that South Africans were able to live with white people and they were living in peace with them, and the people who were giving white people headache is the foreigners that were letting inside the country because they wanted cheap employment. It is amazing. We chased our white people completely. They are, listen, the white people that are in our country own big factories. They are not living like normally. They don't own houses. No, we don't have normal white people that are wandering in our country because they are there, they are married to Uncle P. If they are, you can count them in one hand. For any and every revolution, there needs to be bloodshed, and that is the sad truth. SA can't bring everything to a table, and they bring their appetite. Let them go back. We will also make songs for them. Hi, Uncle P. Uncle P. Ivan, how you doing, Ken? You good? Hope you're good. Guys, don't forget to share the live, like the live. As you can see, obviously, guys, Uncle P has managed to pull off this live stream where we can now cast streams. Let's continue to listen to what this lady was saying. I really want to finish up what she said.
Beautiful. And I was so grateful to be part of these amazing people. And so I know there are going to be the naysayers, but for today, for Women's Day, and the amazing women I spent time with yesterday, and the amazing men who I spent time with yesterday, I am proud and honored and humbled by your company. My name is Megan. I'm a South...
Okay, Megan, South African Jew. Yeah, ne? South Africa. They want you to just share this country of yours.
South Africans, there is this group of a group of minions. They call themselves a...
There's very girl say there's this group, a group of minions. I love South Africans. South African humor is the best. She said there's this group, a group of minions. Nobody took these people serious. The way people were annoyed when we're like, why was this even trending? The other says, why are we proving ourselves to cowards that ran away from their own countries instead of fixing them up? And why it's mostly military aged men. But let's say next on the agenda is a South African passport, because why do we need to travel? What can I see out there that is not already South Africa? Heck, we have all the seasons. Facts.
Ubuntu movement. First of all, let's talk about Ubuntu. What is Ubuntu? Because we have to understand the meaning of Ubuntu before we can even go to that level of marching, calling ourselves Ubuntu movement. Ubuntu is our South African context. It's about humanity. Umuntu ngumuntu ngabantu. A person is a person through other people. It speaks about compassion, dignity, solidarity, and caring about well-being of our communities. So I have a question. Where does the humanity of South Africans fit into this conversation? We have South Africans who are struggling to access jobs, healthcare, education, basic services. We have communities raising serious concerns about crime, undocumented migration, and pressure on public infrastructure. And when South Africans raise their concerns, they should not automatically be labeled as hateful or xenophobic. There is a difference between being against a person because of their nationality and demanding that the laws of your country be properly enforced. Now, I have seen calls for our March and March president, Major Sintamangobese Zuma, to be arrested over allegations of inciting violence and hate speech. Really? But let me be clear, an allegation is not a conviction. If somebody believes a law has been broken, there are legal processes to follow. Let the evidence be presented. Let the proper institution investigate. Let the law take its course. Because from what I understand, from what I know.
Somebody says she's cooking. Yeah, she's cooking. That's why I'm quiet. She is cooking. You see, the problem is, guys, if I go to TikTok right now and I go to the live streams of the people that are running live streams talking about this content, you'll find that South Africans are arguing with facts while these people are arguing with emotions. And this is the reason why we cannot understand each other.
March and March is all about enforcing the laws of this country. There is no even single incident or a March and March instigate the violence or March and March leader or but to the color of their skin or their nationality. March is all about the laws of this country. So let's get a because it's clear or you are funded. Now it's high time we ask as South Africans or who's funding this Ubuntu movement, because it's very clear from their posters, you can see that everything is funded here. So the question is, who's funding this movement? Because charity begins at home. Now you guide this movement, Rema South Africa Allah. We can have compassion for migrants and demand proper immigration enforcement. Caring about people from other countries does not mean we must stop caring about South Africans. South Africa is for South Africans first. So we must start caring about South Africans. Put South Africans as your priority, as the
period. South Africans is for South Africans first. Put South Africans as your priorities first. There should be no South African child in the streets, homeless, hungry, no space in school, unable to access medical, the hospitals. There should be no South African child begging for food, while a foreign child has 3 meals, 4 meals while he's going to school. Somebody will come and say, oh, that is jealousy, Uncle P. How can you say that? They are waiting. Go do it in your country. Let's see. Why are you unable to do it in your country? You are unable to do it in your country because it's not possible. Why is it not possible? Because the system, the infrastructure, your government is shit. So if you are able to do it in somebody else's country, it's not because you are hardworking, it's not because you're smart, it's not because you know better. You are able to do it in somebody else's country because that country has the system and opportunities to allow you to do it. There are people who were doing it before you came and you influxed it. There are people who were doing it before you came and started bribing the officials, teaching them how they can make extra money under the table. I don't remember ever bribing anybody in South Africa back in the 90s. So please spare us with this fighting for immigrants and nonsense. You want to fight, guys? You want to show me that you care about Angola? Go fight in Angola. I want to see strikes in Angola. Go. Go fight in Angola. Show me that you care for my country by going there and fighting there. You know, you can't tell me that you care about immigrants, you care about foreigners, you care about us, while you are not fighting for us in our countries. You are cowardly fighting for us in South Africa. Go fight for us in our countries. Let me show you what is happening in our countries. This is Angola right now. Okay? It says, today UNITA reaffirmed itself as the position of friendship with a mass rally held in the municipality of Quilamba. UNITA is like the ANC in Angola. They've been running that country for who knows how many years since the independence. Look at how many people are there in support of them, but look at the condition of the country. They probably also gave them bags of rice. Since you guys say I don't talk about Angola, there's Angola. There's Angola. People marching in support. But look at the condition of the country. Brainwashed, they have no choice. Because when they were told to do it, if they did not do it, do you know the consequences that would have followed? Do you know what would have happened if they did not do it? This is the things that you guys don't understand. This is Angolans striking in Angola. Manifestação de hoje. Hoje, o povo angolano estava a fazer manifestação nas ruas de Luanda. This is in 2025. But you know the consequences of this strike? And why you haven't seen another one? Let me not talk. My friend, let me not talk. Let me not talk. I want to show you all the reality of our countries. Right now, this year, hoje, UNITA reafirmou sua posição de Luanda com o acto de realização do município de Quilamba. Let me read it in English. Today, UNITA reaffirms itself as the base of friendship with mass rally and held in the municipality of Quilamba. Look at how many people are supporting a government that does nothing for them. We are smart, we are intelligent. This government is like the ANC. They've been leading the country since the independence. Show me Angola and show me if they have any business proudly striking like this. What pride, Miss Mogasi, welcome. Look at the way they are striking, as if their leaders are doing anything. Does anybody know the consequences of this strike that happened in Angola? Hoje o povo angolano estava a fazer manifestação nas ruas de Luanda. Angolans are protesting in Luanda. Do you know what happened after all this noise? And why you haven't seen another protest? Guys, please. Let's not mock South Africa for wanting to fight for their country. Let's not demand Ubuntu in people's land. If you want to help Africa, go fight in our countries. All these strikes meaningless. Memorandums handed to South African police to protect nonsense. Exactly. Ubuntu is instinct. You're born with it. And I beg you, in South Africa, only the indigenous of this land are born with Ubuntu. This Ubuntu is not just a talk, it's an act. Fact. This is what they don't realize. They took Ubuntu is just talking about it and studying it in the book, knowing what its definition is. Mazet says, what type of parents prioritize their neighbors' kids before their own? They would rather have their kids starve to death than go to maintain the neighbors, and their dad comes to remind you to support them. Exactly. Leander says, they are there because of you. Don't support its prison time. Guys, look, the reality is, I think the South African system has really let South Africa down. The South Africa system has really, really, really let South Africa down. Guys, I wanted to move to this topic just to show you the cowards that these people are and how they sell out their nation. They can talk in South Africa, but they can't talk in their country. I know I'm gonna annoy you guys with this, but I'm sorry, I have to. I know I'm gonna annoy you guys. A lot of you are about to get annoyed, but I'm sorry, I have to.
Attitude of thinking that I had to come and take up the opportunity that was offered to me here.
So why don't you go
instead
home?
of mining
May
land.
I ask you that? Why do you not
I
go
am
home?
going home. But
Are
right
you?
now, I've also got family in South Africa. I've got South African children, and those South African children don't just...
Guys, remember what I told you. He didn't say that I have children. They never say I have children. They say I have South African children. They have to specify that those children are South African. The reason why he is in the country is because he has South African children. But those children are Zimbabwean. They're not South African. Your penis, your pee, your sperms, your testicles, your balls, your short. Where is the origin of it? Its origin is Zimbabwe. You are the carrier, the seed carrier. So those children are Zimbabweans. So you're telling me, if I went on holiday to the USA, I met a woman in America. I married that woman in America. I stay in America. I have children. That is because I wanted to be in America. I wanted to stay in America. Because if I went on holiday, met a woman, I'm coming back to my country after my holiday. Am I not convincing that woman to come and live with me? Which man moves in his wife's house? Which men, when they get married, they move in their housewives, in their wife's house? Because that's what you're doing. You are literally moving into your wife's house. That's what you're doing.
allow me to just stand up and leave, but I do have projects that I'm taking part in Zimbabwe because I've learned that those resources are the most important thing.
If you have such faith in your country, in Zimbabwe, I would say, and I would think, you would get up and you would take your family and you would go and fix up the future of Zimbabwe. If you're saying there's land, if you're saying there's minerals, if you're saying there is so much wealth and opportunities for you there, you're living a contradiction.
No, I'm not living a contradiction.
You certainly are. By sitting here, you're living a
would ask you that
contradiction. Because people are suffering in Zimbabwe.
So why are people
you're
not
languishing
why
here.
are
He's living a contradiction and he's fighting. He's living a contradiction. And you know what is funny? Is what he says next. Okay? They say to him he's living a contradiction. Listen to these stupid statements.
people not going to the Netherlands? Why are Germans not going back to Germany? Is it because their countries are bad? Is it because they're running away from problems in the UK or in the States? Why aren't Europeans going? What are you doing here?
I live here. This is my home. I'm not running away
But
from
why,
it.
why are you living here instead of
There's
Europe?
great
Why did your
opportunities and I
great-grandparents...
You see, listen to his argument. Why is she living here? Why is she not going back? Europe doesn't, she did not run. She's not taking opportunities from black South Africans. She pays her tax. She's legal in the country. She's not insulting South Africans or mocking the people. He doesn't understand the difference between him and her. Your country is struggling. Your country needs patriots. Your country needs people like you to go open businesses. Your country, your women need you to marry them and have children with them so that they can populate your nation. But you're out here in somebody else's country. Search March and March in the Henneken fighting immigrants. the Pakistanis were shooting, but South Africans got arrested for shooting back. Imagine. Let's finish up this.
Comes here instead of Europe.
We're not talking about grandparents. We're talking about me.
No,
We're talking about
you've
you.
made it sound like a Zimbabwean needs to go back to Zimbabwe to show that Zimbabwe is working. So why are Europe?
Yes, a Zimbabwe needs to go back to Zimbabwe to show that Zimbabwe is working. A European does not, because their country is fine. Technically, if they wanted to go back, they could go back because their country is working. What is he saying? Like, what is the argument here? Much in the yo, this word fights us. What is exactly saying? Yes, go to Zimbabwe, fix Zimbabwe, my brother.
Europeans not going back to Europe? Why are Asians not going back to Asia? Why are they staying in South Africa?
The context of the conversation.
The reason why Asians are not going to Asia is a very successful continent and it's overcrowded. So there are people, or rather yet their government has made it possible for them to go to other countries and not find greener pastures, create greener pastures. Chinese are not coming here selling tomatoes in the street. Technically, they do sell tomatoes and everything too, but that is for their own communities. But they're not coming here doing. Is this even an argument that we should be having with this guy? But anyway, the reason why I wanted to play this, it was to show you guys. He claims that he fights for Zimbabwe. He claims that, Zimbabwe is where he wants to be.
Who is Singapore? What is...
But today, Mr. took a bribe.
It's time for us to talk about this.
It's time for us to talk about this. Yes, let's talk about it.
The whole of last week, there was news about the fact that I'd been given a Land Cruiser cash by the president's advisor in order for me to come for talks about the Constitutional Amendment Bill 3 and for us to also talk about money that I'm owed for fighting sanctions and my...
So, guys, I'm sorry. Let me ask you guys, did you hear what he said? He said he was given the car so that he can go and have talks about the sanctions. So, and money owed to him. How many people are given cars or money just to go have a talk? So you were not bribed to change your views. You were not bribed to change your views. Okay.
Dispute with Kudatagure. Now, most people would not care what the common man in Zimbabwe thinks or says. As long as they're not making money from that person, they wouldn't really care. But that is not leadership. Leadership is when you understand that people believe in you. They believe in your ideas, your principle, the words that have come out of your mouth. And they began to develop aspirations, hope, and even building their dreams based on what you say. You begin to understand that you become their leader, even though you've not asked to be their leader, and that they are following you.
So basically what he's saying is that because of his opinions, because of how intelligent he is, he was on a specific live stream and he made statements that may have caused people to feel like, oh my God, this guy is so smart, let's follow him. Let's follow him. Okay. So Retendo became a leader without knowing that he's a leader.
And because of that, it's very important for us to also be accountable to those who believe in our ideas and what we say. So I became a reluctant leader without my knowledge, in the aspect that I went to a Twitter space where I was talking to people that were debating CAP 3. There were only about 150 people in this space. And I aired my views that I did not support CAP 3. I did not support CAP 3 without a referendum. I did not support the process where people were being beaten, arrested, and having their offices burnt just for differing with CAP 3 or going against CAP 3. And I also did not support the atmosphere of intimidation that was around the public consultations. This message was then taken and put onto Twitter itself, and it went viral. It went viral to the extent that the whole of ZANU-PF heard it. Most people in Zimbabwe heard it. People in business heard it. And a person I was doing business with, Kudata Gure, also heard the message. So early in the morning, the next morning, I woke up and Kudata Gure had sent me this message into my WhatsApp. I didn't respond. First of all, because I was shocked that this issue that we're talking as 150 people had gone viral to the point of getting through to Kudata Gure. But more importantly, I didn't feel there was anything to explain because my thoughts on the matter were very clear. And so what started to happen is people wanted to know what I thought about CAP 3. And so I communicated what I thought about CAP 3 on social media now to everybody. That I didn't support what was happening, the very same things that I said the previous night. Kudata Gure then phoned a mutual billionaire friend of ours who he told, if Retendo doesn't stop talking against CAP 3, trouble is going to come his way.
If Retendo doesn't stop talking about CAP 3, trouble will come his way. This guy literally admitted that they bribed him so he can stop talking about CAP 3. And nobody said a thing. ZANU-PF rewards public support and punishes his criticism. That's why he got that car. Facts. Facts. Ivan says Retendo is playing games. Retendo took your money from the wrong team of assassinators. Yeah, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan. There are money that you don't take. There's money you don't take. Look at how he's even talking. His voice is very mellow and low. He can't speak loud. He can't speak too loud. He can't speak loud.
While I was still digesting that, he then got people that we call Varakashi to start hitting me. They claimed that I didn't support CAP 3.
Guys, when I heard this part, I needed to clarify. What does it mean that he got people to start hitting him? Did they physically go hit him? I wanna hear this part again.
CAP 3, trouble is going to come his way. While I was still digesting that, he then got people that we call Varakashi to start hitting me. They claimed that I didn't support.
Nozuko said, yes, in Chocho, the drive in Chosa, we say, in your B way. Then your B way, yeah. So we are all in agreement that this guy took the bribe. But let's go.
CAP 3 because he did not give me $1 million and did not give me a Land Cruiser. They also claimed that I did not support CAP 3 because I had South African business people who came to mine gold in Zimbabwe, but they did not follow processes of how to register for a gold mine and how to do business in Zimbabwe. And so they were arrested and deported for having papers that were expired. And I was unhappy because of that. That was a lie. And the third lie, the one that broke the camel's back, is when they said, I'm trying to extort the billionaire. So now they're trying to create some criminality around me. And this is when I began to respond, not to the CAP 3 argument, but to the argument that I'm trying to extort the billionaire. So this is when I said to people, no, Kudata Gure is the one who promised on his own to get me a car. I then...
Okay. So the guy promised on his own to get him a car. He did not ask for the car. Yes, nobody asked for bribery. Bribery, if you're asking for a bribery, it's called extortion. If you're asking for a bribery, it's called an extortion, Mr. Rutunda. I thought you were educated, you knew better. So yeah, of course you didn't ask for the car. It's a bribe. You don't ask for bribery. You can suggest a bribery.
It's some criminality around me. And this is when I began to respond, not to the CAP 3 argument, but to the argument that I'm trying to extort the billionaire. So this is when I said to people, no, Kudata Gure is the one who promised on his own to get me a car. I then asked for a house for me to continue to fight against Geza on social media.
Guys, I'm curious. Because this Rotundo claims to be very smart, very intelligent. He just said the guy promised him a car. And then he asked Kid for a house in order for him to continue to fight. Is that not a bribery? Did I not just state that a bribery is offered or is asked for? And when asked, it becomes extortion if an individual cannot comply or bring it forth. So, Mr. Rotundo, you literally just admitted that you took a bribe and asked for another bribe on top of that. Liana says he is dancing with a snake. Mungangawa will take you out publicly. Facts. He's in trouble. Seni says he's just a confused molecule. Just a confused molecule. Shem, his president is a tyrant and he cannot say this rubbish in his country. SA is not your home, bro. Clock it. Sally, clock it. Oh, wow. Kupano said yes, for him to be patriotic, he has to get paid for it. That's how all Zimbabweans are. Money before their country. Facts. He literally wanted a house on top of the car in order for him to continue being patriotic. And he admits to this. Retendo is one of corrupt members of ZANU PF, just like if the corrupt ANC. Mazesh says I'm angry now, guys. Mazesh, I'm sorry. I knew Elijah you're gonna get upset. Can't force people to be one on the basis of skin color. Swedish are not the Germans, French are not like Irish people. We know who we get along with and share values with. Facts. Ivan says, Baba, it's clear cut. The man just implicated himself. He responded as if he was explaining it in a closed meeting with you. Thank you. When I watched this video, I'm like, wait, is this guy talking to? Did he know he was recording? Or like, what exactly was going on here? What was he thinking?
Media, when at the last protest, I was no longer interested in fighting Gaza because I was no longer convinced about the argument of 2030.
He was no longer convinced. He no longer believed the things he was saying himself. So he was no longer interested. And then they invited him for talks, gave him a car. What were the talks about? Kept 3 and the money owed to him. And then he requested that they give him a house on top of it for him to continue to fight the good fight. Guys, it's not my words. I'm just translating it to 30% knowledge because I need to say you can't understand what they are saying. How will this guy come back from this? How will he ever recover from this? He should have wrote this down and reread it before speaking because they exposed everyone, including himself. There you go. Thank you. Because this is what I'm literally thinking. He exposed everyone, including himself. Munganawa will send his fellow Zim hitmen to analyze it. Yeah, I don't think Rutundo will see the end of this year. Rutindo was asked if he received the car, and he answered by explaining that there is a tar road and mountain and few stations, basically beating around the bush to say yes, I was right. Mazesh, you know what he said? They asked him, did you receive a car? And he was like, no, I didn't receive a car. The car was given to me. What I actually wanted was a house, so I asked for a house. Yeah, guys, no, Retundo. No, this guy screwed himself over,
Kuda then promised those things in October last year, but he never delivered them. He did give me some money, but did not deliver all the other things that we accepted. Also went on to say,
he did give me money, but it didn't come through. He didn't deliver the other things. That is true. Guys, the guy is literally admitting to receiving a bribery. And he didn't get it complete. And because they didn't give him the bribery complete, he acted up. He started throwing tantrums. That's what he's literally saying. Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
States that it was actually Kuda who owed me money after I removed sanctions because he had been tasked by the president to ensure that he funds our anti-sanctions fight, particularly the case that we had in South Africa, and sanctions were removed in 2024. So we began to have two issues that were running parallel. My thoughts on CAB 3 and why I did not support it, and the issue of Kudata Gure. But Zimbabweans being Zimbabweans, they brought all these issues together. And they say that Retendo is not supporting CAB 3 because he wants his money for sanctions. The money for sanctions was never an issue because Kuda never refused to pay. But he brought up the issue that I was trying to extort him. So I said to people that he actually was the one that owed me money. The purpose of me now speaking.
What is he saying? So basically, somebody said, somebody said, Robert from Australia, welcome. You are on the right live stream. Appreciate that you guys think this is the right live stream. It's great to know that you are involved in African politics. Whoop, whoop. Okay, I didn't see Robert from Australia's comments, so I'm not too sure. I know that I didn't miss any comment, guys. I've made the comments extremely slow, so I'm able to read everybody's comments. Nozuko said, so basically he's saying he's half right. Yes. He's saying that he's owed bribe money. He actually blackmailed his government and country. Exactly. Exactly. Bribe pending balance. You guys are too much. You guys are too much. Bribe pending balance. See? Yeah, bribe pending balance. He must just out for 10 million pounds while he was at it. Like, it might as well. So he's basically saying the mistake that Zimbabweans made and the mistake all of us are making. The bribery for CAB 3 is not the same bribery for the sanction. He is not fighting for the bribery that is owed to him. That is literally what he's saying. He is not fighting for the bribery that is owed to him for the fighting for sanctions. He is fighting for, or was it? He's not fighting for the bribery that is not given to him for CAB 3. Wait, hold on. hold on. Let's get this right. Wait.
States that it was actually Kuda who owed me money after I removed sanctions because he had been tasked by the president to ensure that he funds our anti-sanctions fight, particularly the case that we had in South Africa, and sanctions were removed in 2024. So we began to have two issues that were running parallel. My thoughts on CAB 3 and why I did not support it, and the issue of Kudata Gure. But Zimbabwe...
Okay, so basically, he didn't get anything yet for CAB 3. So he didn't support CAB 3 at all. So he needed to be bribed in order for him to support CAB 3. Somebody say we received, but they say we received mentally disturbed immigrants and refugees. Government should give them counseling because all the built up anger, they come here and take it out on us for things their government did. Yeah, I agree. Oh, so these people, they sound angry. Yo, I totally agree. I even says I was paid, but not in full. So he still owes me the bribe. The president gave him my full amount, but he wronged me. And that is why I did not support the CAB 3 and I want my... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You get it. Thank you. That is literally what he just said. That is literally what he just said.
Zimbabweans being Zimbabweans, they brought all these issues together. And they say that Retendo is not supporting CAP 3 because he wants his money for sanctions. The money for sanctions was never an issue because Kuda never refused to pay. But he brought up the issue that I was trying to extort him. So I said to people that he actually was the one that owed me money.
Yes, but you just admitted. He said that you're trying to extort him. And you said to people that he owed you money. Yes, the money that he owes you is money that is being, it's a bribery. So when you request for bribery, it's called extortion if a person is not willing to pay you or unable to pay you. Guys, is my 30% incorrect? Wait, what is extortion? Hold on. Because now I'm beginning to think we need to ask what is extortion. Okay? Let's ask. What is extortion? Because it looks like we need to ask. Extortion is the illegal act of getting money, property, money, property, or services from a person or group through force, threats, intimidation, or coercion. It is forces a victim to hand over valuable against their will by creating fear or harm. Physical harm, damage, blah, 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 blah. So in his case, he is trying to coerce, trying to drive brother into say, hey, pay me because the president gave you all my money. The whole bribery, you got the whole bribery. Pay me my part of the. And he's naming names, eh? What is Rutundo's job while I'm on Google? What job does what? I don't respect this guy so much that until now I don't know his name. Retendo do, since we are asking questions. Because technically he was supposed to be, wait, I think I need to send them Retendo. Retendo must visit. What is it? Retendo must visit. Mati nja ra re. Okay, let's see. This is what Google is giving us. Let me make it big so everybody can see it. It's not like Oracle, you are reading things you can't see. Retendo Machiarare is a Zimbabwean monk. You set me up, Leander. You set me up, Leander. You set me up. You wanted me to read that statement. Leander set me up. Leander set me up. Leander knew I was gonna get annoyed at reading that marketing strategy. Leander, I know you watch my videos in full. That's why you knew this was going to annoy me. Leander, get out of the live stream. Guys, I'm chasing Leander out of the live stream. Rutano Machiniarare is a Zimbabwean marketing strategist, brand consultant, and a political activist. Oh, and he added new things. Guys, remember he added new things. He said that he's adding new things. I wanna take this here. He said that he's adding new things. So let's find out what else he added. But he's a political activist. He works primarily as a chairman and a founder of Zimbabwe anti-sanction movement. So he makes his money through bribery. He makes his money through bribery because the only way he got paid for the anti-sanction movement is through bribery. So his money is made through bribery. Then his money is not me. He just admitted that he's owed money for the campaign against the sanctions. So he's a founder of Zimbabwe anti-sanction movement. He's campaigning against Western sanctions. On Zimbabwe and engaging in regional political advocacy. Marketing and consulting. He works as a brand architect and CEO of marketing consulting, having spent over 25 years in the marketing industry. Activism, he serves as a chairperson. So basically, Rutundo doesn't have a job, if we are being honest. He doesn't have a job. Retendo does not have a job. Retendo Matiare is 50. Aibo! Guys, you are telling us all this time we've been arguing with a 50-year-old. Guys, we are arguing with a 50-year-old. I thought this guy was my age mate. So, Ms. Mungasa says him indicating himself is diabolical. He's literally showing us his brown envelope. Like, huh? Yeah, he's literally showing us his brown envelope. He's literally showing us his brown envelope. Crazy madness. I'm just hearing, give me money. And I'll bow down. Yep, that's exactly what you hear. Hi there, who are his board members? Street Child says, who are his board members? Yeah, are we going that deep? Okay, let's see. So we're doing what? Board members for for what? For the sanctioning thing. What is it called? Who are the board members? Retendo. Guys, hold on. Who are the board members? Ask. Who are the board members of his anti-sanction movement? I love AI because you can just ask anything. Let's see. It says Retendo Matiare. This is the anti-sanctioning thing. Let's go inside. Hi man, what do you use without I've never used this before, so guys, apologies. Let's see, Retendo Matiare. Okay, it says Retendo, it's all about him. He lives in Western March. Okay, Retendo is also just talks about him being a co-founder. Okay, about the movement, case study, news. Okay, who are we? Okay, it looks like we have here our missions. Okay, the Zimbabwean anti-sanctioning movement is a civil organization. History, purpose. Okay, let's see. Donate. No, we don't want to donate. This is a case study. Nothing. News and events. And keep in mind, guys, the last time he posted on this website of his is 2022. 2022. The last time anything was posted on this website was 2022. Recent blogs is usually on TikTok, so there's a link. Okay, there's a blog here. The EU removed sanctions on Zimbabwe in 2025. So why again in 2026? This was 24 February 2026. Nigeria GMO crisis and how the public hearing. Okay, blogs, gallery. Guys, it doesn't look like he has any board members here. I think he's a solo driver. Look at that. You know what's the funny thing? Look at this, guys. He literally has his South African numbers, not even a Zimbabwean number. And look at the address. This is the funny thing about these people. Look at this. Stay in contact with us. And the contact is South African numbers. Visit us, our location, 192 Korea, 100 Street, Montgomery Park, Johannesburg, South Africa. Maybe we should go pay him a visit. Send a message to info@Zimbabwean Zimbabwean anti-sanction movement. But the contact details, the number, the address is all South Africa. You can't make this shit up. There's a board member all by himself, one man military. But this is a political scam in daylight, a scam. Obvious. You would find out those South African board members don't even know. If he has South African board members, I can assure you doesn't know. And it's probably just his wife and his children. Unless he has South African children. And this whole we are all in Africa nonsense must stop showing the same. Okay, I read that. You would find that those African is a board member. Let's continue to watch this video.
Purpose of me now speaking publicly the moment that my Cap 3 thoughts were leaked was now to talk to a number of stakeholders. I wanted to talk to the president, his advisors, his family, particularly his wife. And I also wanted to speak to business people and other government officials so that they could influence the president and other government structures. I wanted to speak to people.
Guys, did he just admit that he wanted to speak to the right people who can influence the president? Influence him to do what exactly? Remember, the president paid somebody who was supposed to pay him that always. I don't know how this year will end for this guy, but I
PF. I wanted to speak to pastors. I wanted to speak to teachers. I wanted to speak to lecturers. I wanted to speak to parliament and also the judiciary. And my message to them was we need to uphold the constitution of Zimbabwe so that we can have a rule-based system that brings and maintains peace in the country so that we don't have military interventions or coups or worst case scenario, civil wars because we're failing to agree to each other. Rules are made to make people peaceful. Another stakeholder I was talking to is you, the members of the public, the masses. I wanted you to know what Cap 3 was about, what it could do to Zimbabwe if indeed it was passed. And I also wanted you to understand the processes by which Cap 3 came up, the legalities around Cap 3, and also to articulate what lawyers had taught us as to how we challenge Cap 3 if indeed Parliament passed it, the president accepted it, and then it went to court. I wanted us to know how we challenge Cap 3 just in case it gets passed without a referendum. So
okay, now let's say he's being honest, okay, that he really wanted answers about Cap 3, okay, that he wanted the president, the ministry, and everybody to answer to him, and they must do the right thing about Cap 3. Yes. But what happened ever since you made that statement? What happened ever since? Retendo. Gonna. Yes, sir. Now we see you. Guys, you can't make this shit up. You can't make me showing us. Retendo is not silent. This is he's building up his life like this. Yeah, look. You got three. Look at the guy, but he's got a Porsche. Retendo bought a Porsche. And he wants us to believe that he's literally showing his library live in our faces. Zimbabweans, this is your Retendo, the man you used to praise, the man you follow on TikTok, over 307,000 subscribers. Look at the way he's showing you that he took bribery. And then, after he took the bribery, he entered into the same car, and then he started talking like this.
So guys, today I want to take you on a drive. And the reason why I want to take you on a drive is that I want you to know that I'm not a content creator.
Hey, my friend, Retendo says the reason why he's taking us for a ride is because he's not a content creator. Oh God. How many videos does he have in total in his channel? Does YouTube, TikTok tell you how many videos there are in total? Does it tell you the amount of video? Because I am scrolling on his channel. And this is not a content creator. Hold on. Let's go to his, let me bring his channel out. Let me bring this channel. You're telling me a person with this much content is not a content creator? Hmm? This is not a content creator. Talking about Jacinta, talking about Traore. This is not a content creator. This is not a content creator, guys. Doing reaction of videos on Zandile, on other content creators. This is not a content creator. Unless the term of a content creator is changed. Can you see? You guys don't even have this much content. Me, I'm a content creator, and I don't even have this much content on my page. This is not a content creator. Okay, Retendo, tell us more.
But I'm a marketing specialist, a branding architect, a marketing strategist, and also now an anti-sanctions strategist. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because as Africans, we've got this impression that when people are online in our faces talking to us, it's because they've got nothing. They're broke and they're making content, not a content creator.
Guys, I don't know if I should start asking for donations. I'm tired of people calling me broke as a content creator. Please donate to the channel. Hey, they're calling us broke for you.
And what I do is I market Africa on a continent where most Africans think that you make money by decampaigning your continent.
Oh.
I tell the good.
Okay. You say, okay, Retendo, hold on. You see, guys, you see with me, man. I like people who speak like him. Okay. Retendo speaks negative on person. I don't know if I'm gonna find anything, but let's see. Because apologies to this is my no, not that. Okay, hold on. Let's even continue to talk.
Zimbabwe story. I fought sanctions on Zimbabwe. Telling the good Zimbabwe story was part of fighting sanctions because it was important to tell a story that Zimbabwe is not in trouble because black people cannot manage their own economies. Zimbabwe was in trouble because of the illegal sanctions. Zimbabweans are not being displaced from their country because there is bad management in the country.
Zimbabweans are not leaving Zimbabwe because Zimbabwe is being badly managed. Zimbabweans are not leaving Zimbabwe because it's badly managed. It is because of sanctions. So why doesn't if Zimbabweans are leaving Zimbabwe because of sanctions, do South Africans not have sanctions? Does Malawi not have sanctions? So what sanctions do Malawians have? What sanctions do Tanzanians, Cameroonians, Senegalese, Angola, what sanctions do the other African countries have? Okay, why don't so you're moving from your countries because you've European sanctions. And so why then do business with countries that you don't want to do business with? Why don't you then just do business with South Africa or your neighboring countries? Why don't you produce your own food, your own farms? Okay. So the Zimbabwe leaders apparently now are great. They did nothing wrong.
It was because we had illegal sanctions on the country. And you know, because of that effort, our sanctions were removed. So when we citizens, when we people with special skills do for our country, we're able to bring value to the country, but more importantly, we're able to make money in the process. So when you see me going to Rwanda, telling the story of Rwanda, telling the story of Congo, going to Kenya, going to Nigeria, going to Addis Ababa, doing documentaries in all these places, I'm not doing it for fun. I'm doing it to bring a change in Africa, to change the mindset of Africans, their psyche, and the outside world. And that makes you money. That is why I can drive like this. Wow. That is why I've got 4 other cars. I'm selling the other one because of the work that I do. But you... Because of the work you do. That's why you can drive like this. Yes, he's right. Taking bribery. Oh my God. You. Yeah, man. Rihanna says both Zimbabwe and Malawi. Oh yeah, I agree. Ivan says to Mazash, I think you are correct. The African mentality is institutional and will not come there. Guys behave. Oh, the campaigning, the contingent. Oh yeah, nice. Yo, bruh, the campaign, imagine the Retendo, the patriots, the fighter of the whole continent. And you know the funny thing about these scammers and these disrespectful people? Ivan, Leander, you're right. So, I mean, Ivan, what does selling your car got to do with anything? It's just evident that there's no respect. It's just, this is evident that these guys will just say anything, just to talk. And this is the Zimbabwe version of my name. Facts, facts, facts. You don't know that because whenever we come, we don't show you the things we have. But it's important for us to now and again show you so that you understand that marketing Africa, telling the good Zimbabwe story, projecting our countries well so that investment can come in, tourism can come in, can benefit you. Did you hear that? So lying about Zimbabwe, telling the good Zimbabwean story, and hiding the truth about Zimbabwe will make you rich. Do I need to say any more? Guys, do I need to add anything else? Or he said it all for us? Do I need to say anything else? Or he said it all? There, he said it. And I say you can't make this shit up, you can't make this shit up. This is Retendo for you. This is the man that runs his mouth about South Africa left and right, and today he's flip-flopping because he got paid. But you know what? Like I said, somebody, I think it was Ivan or Leander that said, give a man a mic and he will eventually expose himself. There you go. Today, Retendo is flip-flopping because he got bribe. And you know what's so funny about this bribery is the fact that he's not hiding it. He's not hiding it. Thank you, Dr. Tongwarara. The alcohol has been received. Guys, this could never happen in South Africa. Somebody is not waking up tomorrow morning to expose a bribery live like this. And then, obviously, because now he's got a bribery, he needs to start speaking positive about Zimbabwe. See that? So here's his marketing strategies. He's his marketing strategies. Here is him marketing Zimbabwe. I want to motivate you today. You see that? Those silos? Those silos are on a farm. And that farm belongs to a black Zimbabwean woman. That. She is one of the biggest farms that contribute to making Zimbabwe one of only 2 African countries that are wheat self-sufficient. Those silos, they're for storing wheat and they're for storing maize. She has made so much money that she can now invest in some of the most high-tech silos for actually keeping her harvest. This is what's happening. Now, guys, this is what I want you guys to see. I'm gonna try and see if I can zoom the comments.
tell you this. I've warned Kudakuti.
Hold on. I want you guys to read the comments on this video. Mr. Marketer.
I want to motivate you to.
I'll tell you this.
Nasmangwa.
I want to read the comments. I want you guys to see that even Zimbabweans themselves, they are questioning
I want to motivate.
what is happening here. So somebody asked, how did she get the farm? How did she get the farm? But some ignorant people will do the same way your grandfather got land in Zim.
To be shown. In the current context of.
Guys, sorry. Just go back here.
I want to.
Pause. So people are wondering, how did she get the farm? How was it funded? Stolen farm. The farm is under contract. How did she raise the money? That farm, Grace, is under contract. Tangai, Muita, My Research, Musatima. So you see, guys, people are literally saying that even the advertising and the marketing that he's doing, it's a lie. Zimbabweans are literally telling him, how did she get a farm? Can any other ordinary Zimbabwean get a farm like that? How is she helping the people of Zimbabwe with those farms? My brother, I love your style of storytelling and would love to have your contribution on our magazine, especially economic related topics. Nobody cared about that comment because that comment is just somebody trying to suck, also trying to find out how to get bribery. The reality is, go to the comment section. The Zimbabweans are literally know that that farm was acquired illegally. Uncle P, this causes me stomach upset. Yo, who cares about this property care? Exactly. Nobody cares about all this. The reality is, man, Zimbabweans know their truth, and they're not gonna let some idiot who got bribed mislead them about the truth that they know. They're not going to allow somebody who is child, and it's proof that he is child. And I promise you guys, I bet you they told him that he needs to show that he got the car. This guy is living his life in fear now. That much I can tell you. So guys, Nigeria is going to the elections. And who do you think their people are voting for? Nigeria is going to the elections. Who do you think their people are voting for? Nigeria? Comment below. Do you guys know who the candidates, the candidate personas of that are running for presidency of Nigeria? Do you guys know? Because when South Africa is doing their presidency, we know who's running for presidency. The whole world knows who's running for presidency. Do you guys know who and who, besides Tinubu, is running for Nigerian elections? This guy is a fraud, and Zimbabwe are realizing it. Definitely, they must fund us also. Yeah, we all market them, and the way me I always talk about them, they must market me. They must market me. So Nigeria is going to the election. Let's find out who Nigerians are voting for. These people are dying. There's no hope.
Tinubu, why Tinubu though?
Because he's the oldest man in Nigeria. And he's our leader. Nobody can change him.
Where are you from?
She is voting Tinubu because he's the oldest. You can't make this shit up. She's voting Tinubu. You know what?
Why are you voting for?
She didn't say that. Listen.
Why are you voting for?
Tinubu.
Tinubu, why Tinubu though?
Because he's the oldest man in Nigeria. And he's our leader. Nobody can change him.
Where are you from?
Look at the conditions in which they are living. Look at where she's sitting and how the guy next to her is eating. Because that's a restaurant, by the way. Eh? Since you guys are used to KFC, McDonald's, and Nando's, that's a restaurant. This is a restaurant.
Imo.
You are from Imo State?
Yes.
But a lot of people say that Igbos are not voting for Tinubu. Why is your case different?
Because I'm not a politician.
What has Tinubu done to earn your vote?
What Tinubu has done to earn the vote is that if he can do well to us, it's better. We can vote him more. But if he cannot do well, even we vote well or he not vote well, he will enter because nobody used to use money and buy presidents.
Why are you not voting for Peter Obi from your people's side?
Because Peter Obi cannot overtake Tinubu. Anything Tinubu said is what he will do.
Why are you voting for?
Anything that Tinubu says is what we will do. Horrible. But guys, you know why they are voting for Tinubu? Do you guys know why they are voting for Tinubu? Huh? Do you know why?
POV, it's election season in Nigeria.
When I tell you guys that I don't make this shit up, you guys think I'm lying there. Rice, guys. They are betraying their whole country for rice. They are literally betraying their whole country for rice. Rice, my people. Rice, South Africa. Rice. My people. Nigeria. Rice. Rice, my people. Did I say it? Rice. Rice, my people. Tinubu, rice, my people. This Nigeria, rice. When I tell you guys, you need to go pee, you only show. Rice. A whole election is going to be won because of rice. A whole election will be won because of rice. And the slogan is
shall be simple. By broom. Broom, 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 broom. Broom, 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 broom,
guys,
broom, 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 broom. Broom, 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 revolution. Broom,
revolution. But wait.
What's going on here?
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Hey,
Wetin this broom do these people? Wetin they do? I want to know.
God of Nazareth, God of Most High God, God of Destiny of Helper, God of King of the King, Nazareth.
What's going on here?
Guys, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. This is the nation that our women choose over us. This is the nation that are in it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Tinu. Yes, girl. I mean, you guys, you know what, man? It's fine. It's fine. See, when I tell you there is no hope. Now imagine this is a nation that are over 300 million people, and this is how they are treated. You really think this nation has a hope of change? You know, this girl, they should add broom and rice to their bags. Broom. Tinubu, this guy can miss being a child, play a car in the middle of speech. Brah. No, really. It's sad now. I know it's funny, but it calls for concern and serious it is. Yo, but wait. It really calls for serious concern, right? The fact that this is their reality and I'm not sure you guys why I'm laughing. It's not me. It's not me. You know, like AI, it will be the end of us. Yeah. The next time name must be a broom. That's exactly what we are doing. And this is Nigerians showing their reality, guys. This is the reality of Nigeria. This is their markets. This is how they live. This is what they're celebrating. This whole country is a mental asylum. The whole country is a mental asylum. The giants of Africa. I cannot believe this. Ah, guys, I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. The giants of Africa. The giants of Africa. The giants of Africa. But anyways, I wish them the best on their elections. Because I promise you, I don't think this is gonna win. Tinubu is gonna win. And I don't think anything's gonna change. Guys, tell me if this is real or if this is AI. I want you guys to tell me if this is, I don't know, I think this is AI. There's no way this is real. Because just like Retendo, this is betrayal to Nigerians. Is this real, guys? Is this not AI?
It's so good to see you, my son.
Okay, it's AI. Hey man, I was like, wow, BDM, you betrayed us like this. Oh my God, I'm so like, guys, you can't just be doing betrayals like this in our faces. You know, I really wish, I don't know, man. Even if we wished that Nigeria ever found change, do you guys ever think Nigeria would ever change? Let me show you the reality and the deep. No, sometimes it's better to just see it than to say it. Because when we say it, they say we are lying. Okay? When you say it, we say, I know you are lying.
I have never understood why some people are lucky enough to be born with the chance that I had to have this path in life, and why across the world there's a woman just like me with the same abilities and the same desires, the same work ethic and love for her family, who would most likely make better films and better speeches. Only she sits in a refugee camp, and she has no voice. She worries about what her children will eat, how to keep them safe, and if they'll ever be allowed to return home.
Let me just pause. And now let me ask you guys something. Do you guys think these children, what is their future? It is not to jump up. What do you think the future of these children is? If I can ask you guys that. What do you think their future is? Guys, what do you think the future of these children are? Where do you see these children in the future?
I don't know why this is my life, and that's hers.
This is the reality and the truth, guys. You know what shocks me? Imagine in this situation, this is the lady selling food. That is plantain. It's like banana, but yeah, I think most people already know what plantain is. This is the reality. And this is normal. You see the way she's ordering? This is normal. Guys, do you know the smell in that water? The smell in that water. See how normal this is? This your fine girl eating. Imagine living like this and this is normal. This is their everyday life. This is normal. This is a norm. South Africa. Show me anywhere in South Africa. Anywhere. Even the poorest area in South Africa. That this is happening. Does she even know where that oil is coming from? How long she's kept that oil for? Poor lady is so uncomfortable. She just want to do a job, but two people with cameras in her face. This is the reality. And this is not far from Lagos, like Sunny just said. It's not far from Lagos, it's right there. This is the reality of this nation. This is the reality, guys. This is a norm. This is literally a norm. Nowhere in South Africa you'll ever find this. Nowhere in South Africa you'll ever find that. Our wives. What are they walking on? What the hell? Like, why don't they have boots? Like, at least wear boots. Why are they not wearing boots? Like, fine girl. Like,
tí ẹ kọ́kọ́ dúró náà kí ló bá mú ẹ náà náà kó tó fún wa lọ skẹ́ẹ̀tì owó lọ sí kan fún ẹ báyìí wọ́n tún máa wá mi sínú àfi sínú ẹgbẹ́.
what are we even doing? What are we even doing? Nah, get out. It's a lie. You see, just put the kitty cat in that water. Somebody's gonna eat that kitty cat. Someone gonna eat that kitty cat. That kitty cat went into the cocoa water. Damn! Oh Lord have mercy, I did not see that coming. Nah, they're tripping. But first, I'm sorry. I know you guys are complaining in the comment. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not the one who's making these videos. Lord have mercy. Hi, but first, yeah, nah. I don't want to see anymore, but I'm seeing something here that I think I'm gonna be. Don't judge me.
Yeah, Tovala, Tovala. Atwagas Kukudiga Moga.
You get?
Fa on a laissé Samuzo Malibo. C'est ce rôle que vous savez le rôle. C'est le magasin, on va payer le Malibo. Quand tu as à la fin.
No idea what's up. No idea what's happening there. I thought because it said Makoko, I was like, I go. So Zulu's in Makoko. I wanna, guys, let's be fair now. Let's show South African poverty. Let's be fair. South Africa quarter camps. Because that's where poverty is, right? Let's see how bad ours is. Because you can't just, you know.
Mo wote mona ile mpuso re na no re mollo o thomile mo wa tlaso because vele o felletse mogolo.
Okay, this is fire that burned. Okay, guys, show me the poverty of South Africa. I want to see water. I want to see. Oh, here we go. Something with water. Oh, it's raining. Guys, even when it's raining in South Africa, in our quarter camps, the flow. That's good. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. What's going on? Okay. Look at the way that's cut. Oh, okay. Look at the way our poor people are eating in South Africa. Just look at how our poor people are chowing in South Africa. Guys, no, I want to see the proper poverty of South Africa. Because toilet. What's up with toilet in our poverty? No, the streets, the bad, but there you go. You see, even in poverty, South Africans live decent. They try to keep it clean. Can you see how clean the floors are? Can you see how clean these floors are? These are shacks. These are made out of zinc. But look at how much order they've created. Even allowed pathways in order to be able to move accordingly. This is the difference between a civilized nation that is going through poverty and an uncivilized nation that is poverty. There's a difference between going through poverty and that girl was going to visit a boyfriend. You see the way she knocked it, Shares, we know you were visiting your man. Because the way you were about to knock that door. But guys, this is the reality. The reality is we are not the same people. We are out here fighting people that they find their situation normal. While a South African will not. And just in case you guys say that, oh, so black South Africans are poor. Black South Africans are poor. It's not only black South Africans that are in the Nkukus. And I told you guys once, if you ever go to Google and Google squatter camps in South Africa, do you know what you find? Just to show you why I tell you guys you should never go to Google and think everything they're telling you is true. The first thing you see on the image, 2.2 million households feel squatter camps. Radio, what do you think is all poverty? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry. They are literally showing you white people of poverty. Aluminium sheets, not zinc. Thank you. Thank you, Ilana, for the correction. When they show you poverty, they are showing you abalungu, not what men say. Do you see? That's why I tell you the hypocrisy on the internet when it comes to South Africa, the misrepresentation of South Africa. Only we know the truth, those of us that live in this country. Only we know the truth when you live in South Africa. But they are showing South Africa poverty, but they are showing you white people in Israel. Sometimes, guys, look, we can talk forever. We can talk until Jesus returns. The reality is that South Africa, you are fighting with people that you don't need to fight with. You are arguing with people that don't have the same voice, the same mindset as you. South Africa, like I always say, continue to fight for your nation. And Luther continue. I say it a lot. We have given up on our country. Uncle P is never going to Angola to fight for shit, bro. Uncle P's got white babies. Yeah? Gonna raise those babies. Uncle P's got Lobola to chow. You know how much money I'm gonna chow on that Mulungu child of mine, bro. That's an investment in peace. You want me to go back to Angola. Let them find the Zulu men first. Hey, that child better not marry Mulungu. Mulungu don't pay Lobolas. Wait. Technically, he's marrying my child. My child is black. So he still pays with Lobola. I'm just trying to check to make sure that my investment is still intact. Ladies and gentlemen, you know Uncle P loves you guys, and we can do this throughout the whole night. I think we have been live streaming now for 2 hours and 39 minutes. Oh yeah, I did mention that I was gonna tell you something at the end of the live stream. So guys, before we end the live stream, I want to show you guys my YouTube studio. Now, this is nobody has probably shown you guys this, but this is how. Wait, Luyanda, before I say good night, why are you guys in a hurry for you good night? How Uncle P wants to reveal that he's in love, that he's got a woman now. Hey, stand up, stand up, Mutuami. Hey, I'm joking. Wait, hold on, calm down. I'm not joking. Wait, am I joking? Nice. Just wait. But first, let's go to YouTube Studio because there's something I want to share with you guys. First of all, I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached 15,000 subscribers. Bum, 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 bum. That's be excited. I was excited already when I saw it. So that's me being excited. So guys, we have reached 15,000 subscribers, and thank you very much, guys, for the support in the now. Now, guys, all of you that watch my videos, you know how much effort I put on these videos. Okay. And one thing that I will never do is come here and allow anybody to accuse me of doing this for money. If you guys look on this side here, it shows you how much money we are making on this channel with 15,000 subscribers and the views that you get. The life I have with the amount of babies that I have, I live on 5K. So before you guys come here and tell me that, hey, Uncle P, you are doing this for money, check yourself, because that's not happening. Okay? I do this because I believe in this country. I do this because I believe in the message that I'm putting in. I believe in a united Africa and that we should fight for our countries, but in our countries, not in South Africa. And that is the one thing that I stand for. I stand for defending South Africa and any African. I believe in a united Africa, and the only way we can unite is to fight our nations. So, guys, I wanted to show you guys the YouTube analytics because a lot of you contacted me about wanting to be content creators. And guys, the reality is this: a lot of you that have contacted me don't have the passion for content creating. You think it's easy. You think you can just put the camera in front, you can just talk, and then all this will happen. Guys, you guys clicking on like and subscribe is what got us here. But imagine we got 15,000 subscribers, but we have videos like the current video that I just posted this morning. It's sitting on 823 views, but we have 15,000 subscribers. You know how demotivating it is to put all that work and nobody watched the video. Just because the content is boring or anything, maybe you were by your girlfriend's house, your boyfriend's house, maybe your baby daddy pissed you off, so you decided to take it out on Uncle P. Don't take it out on me. Watch the video. What's wrong with you? Why are we arguing? Why are we arguing? Problems with your boyfriend has nothing to do with me. Watch the videos. Watch the adverts. Click on that little button that says you must give me money. I know you have money. Some of you keep complaining about serious economy. I want your money. No, I'm joking, guys. Guys, look, the reality is I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I don't forget to like the live. Yes, please. Thank you, Leander. Please don't forget to like the live. Guys, I appreciate everything that you guys do. Watching the videos, liking, sharing, commenting. It really means a lot to me. It goes a long way. It shows that you guys believe in the message. Guys, I'm Luther Continua, and like I always say, if you love the truth, what do? Use the channel, you subscribe to. Guys, we are about to call it a night, and I will see you guys. We have another live stream on Sunday. So we will be live streaming on Sunday. So I will see you guys Sunday evening. And I'm thinking 9 p.m., 8 p.m. I'll let you guys know. I will advertise it. I'm confused, got a woman now, so I gotta talk to my woman and be like, hey baby, I want a live stream on Sunday. What's something like that? Just thanks. I'm joking, guys. No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking, but I'm not joking, guys. Good night. I love you all, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Uncle Peace out. Thank you guys. Much love.